30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
'Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 10 seconds to go here. Making sure we hit the drive. We're going to be spectating the GT3s at the start of the race tonight. We're going to be on board with Felix Sandoval Hacker, I think, I don't know. Madhouse Academy GT4 driver here, starting out at Snetterton here tonight, and they're off. Looks like a chaotic start so far, but everyone seems to be clean. No one trying anything too wild after last week's start of the race. It was a little bit hectic and not what the guys were looking for. So everyone makes it through so far, no problem. Very tight line here of drivers and cars. Oh, and we have a big GT3 wreck. Gavin Wolf, Sean Collis, some others. What are they doing? What are they doing out here? We will not be going back. I do not want to script the stream, but so the GT4s this time make it through cleanly. Christopher Larson already up a couple positions to some GT3 cars even. Not sure how long that will last. Some chaos to start the race here. Some of our second place winner of last week, Liam Brooks here, got into it. Calvin Wolf joined him. John Collis as well, who has a pop bonnet, it looks like. Has some damage, hopefully nothing too serious. On to Peter Hutchins, now our GT4 race winner from last week at Imola. A little bit trickier of a track for the Chevrolet, as I read in chat there. Oh, Mellon pitch is spun around there in his Janetta. Some spun out, not sure how much damage. Doesn't look too bad. As we come up to the line in the GT4 class, Christopher Larson in the lead, but getting passed right now by a GT3. Look at Felix electing to pit right off the bat. I don't know if he had damage. Pick qualifying fuel. And looks like we got JJ who spun around. Did he leave already? Yeah, he might have already left, so that was unfortunate. Ryan Walker up into the lead. Just took Kenneth Portis off the start and running away with it now. Almost 2 seconds ahead. I hate to see that when someone gets into a wreck and they leave automatically. Not what you wanted to see. But Ryan Walker destroying it. Short-lived. I don't know what he's doing wrong with racing, but he keeps having incidents pretty quick. On board with Valero, way up here in 4th position. That is a well done qualifying session for that man right there. Let me know if I'm too quiet or if the audio is too loud here. Gonna just adjust things a little bit. new mic position for tonight. It's interesting. So Valero coming up to the line and now in 4th position. Well done from him. Matthew Reed right behind him in the Lambo. Excellent job from both those guys right now. Up in very good positions. So my encoder keeps getting overloaded. I hope that doesn't look bad on stream. Apologies if it does. Matt Reed here, 5th position, as I said. Daniel Good right behind him, another Madhouse racer. His teammate in the lead by 3 seconds there, Ryan Walker. Kyle Friesen, his teammate to those two as well, back here at 7th. And Jeffrey down here in 8th position. Matt P. Fender in 6th in the Audi. Last week had a rough time, so hopefully a better result for him. Justin Friesen, another fast guy in the Ferrari right now, sorry. Tony Crucero down here in 11th, trying that Bentley. Simon Beardry, 12th at the moment. Back to our lead GT4 as we have Rodman, I believe, off track again in that Ferrari. Commanding a lead so far by Christopher. Flores down here. 22nd with P. Hutch right behind him. Hutchins ready to attack. Not having as much top speed, I don't think. Coming into this corner, though, trying the outside line. Can't get it, but right there on the bumper of that McLaren. What is the McLaren? It's the 570S or something? Is that what? I think that's the GT4 version. I always look like GT4s are smaller, but they're just laid out different and have less aerodynamics. But different model shape. Rely more on the downforce than the GT4s rely on their suspension geometry to do most of the work. Mechanical load, I guess, mechanical grip. So these two are battling it out. No, we're not focusing on the GT3 category, but wait for a move to be done here. No, P. Hutch is quite an aggressive driver here. There's moves behind with the Porsche of Jamie. Or Jeremy, sorry. Nunez right there as well, getting into it. It's a bit of mix up on our timing board here as well. So Flores still holding off. Let's jump into our GT3. Valero doing a good job putting pressure on the car ahead. It dropped back a little bit. Matthew Reed here having to hold off Daniel Good. Oh, we got the 25 GT4 car off the track. There's Larson in that category. Is just absolutely dragging out a massive lead to the car behind. I should say the little pack behind that is battling it out. Ryan Yee looks like he just got past Tony Crucero, and now he's on to Justin Friesen. The two Ferraris going to be battling it out down the straight. Ryan get a better exit out of that corner? Yes, he does. Does he have the power, though, to get the move done? He's right there. He's getting closer, closer. He's going to look to dive to the inside. As he does, coming over the bridge, later on the brakes. And gets that move done. Move back to our GT4s. The hutches drop back a little bit. Jeremy in the 69 car doing a good job. Nunez and Hutch are right there behind him. Hutch just getting stuck in this traffic. Let's check out our Maserati here tonight. Mike DiCherrero, the only Maserati out here. Looks like he already has a little bit of bumper damage down here, and 1, 2. Whew, far down the order in the GT4 class. P. Hutch is looking real close to the back there. Anyone close up in this category? Yes, Gavin Wolf is. Got past someone we expect. Car 44 having issues. I almost took out 15. So a couple guys we haven't had on the track out here tonight. 50 minutes remaining. 47 of the pit window, of which one driver I think has pitted, which is Felix. So what's working towards Matt Reed's advantage right now? The two teammates behind him in Madhouse are slightly battling it out. Matt has good pace here in the Lamborghini, just needs to keep it up. Consistency as the teammates behind are battling. As you see, Ryan Yee has fastest lap with the purple little tag on the number 9. That's his current position. Tony Casero in the pit lane now. Oh yes, we have 2 pit stops here tonight. So that's why Felix maybe felt necessary just to take that stop right away. And yeah. So far so good. This track is a very tricky one. Sean Collins must have had a crash I didn't notice in terms of game crash or legged out of the server, unfortunately. And it's wondering what the pit strategy people are trying to formulate in their head now. 45 minutes to go. And we're 15 or almost 15 minutes into the race. What do you decide to do? Go back to our pack of drivers. GT4 drivers, that is. Clark on Ciambino's back. Alex getting a podium last week in the Chevrolet yellow 22 car. And Clark, I think he was out there struggling a little bit in the McLaren. Hopefully everything is going well. Caution now, car 44. Well, Another car 44 incident. Who is car 44? Oh, it's not Hutch. Hutch has elected to take an early pit stop. How's Liam Brooks doing after that unfortunate turn 2 incident? Ooh, smacking that curb. Luckily he's in the very curb-friendly Lexus. And onto Valero, holding 4th position still well. Reed right behind him. I think Ryan Yee is looking to set up this move on Amador. You might have him down the straight. And there's our race leader and his teammate, Good. Ryan Walker and Good into the pit lane for the first time tonight. Kent Portis regains the lead position as he had pole. Matt Reed had a moment. Lost the car. Any damage on the car? I'm trying to look. Doesn't look like it, but just heat up the tires. So does he come into the pit lane right now? You wonder. Like, I just made that move in the braking zone on the Beardry. No, car 92. Kemp. Yeah, I think it's Kemp. That's how you pronounce that. Kenneth Portis coming into GT4 traffic. Does he decide to just go into the pits now or pass him on the straight with the superior speed of the Honda? Looks like he's electing to pit now, as I expected, but the GT4 right in front of him comes into the pits. He slowed his entry down just slightly. Teammate Valero, or usually teammate, friend there, Valero in the Honda comes into pit. Right behind as well. So Guaita up here in the lead, or Guaita in the lead now, with Kyle Friesen and Ryan Yee rounding out the top 3 at the moment. So Matt Reed decides to pit, as I thought. That guy going in there as well. Kent Portis away now. Valero next. Matt Reed must have some damage there to be sitting so long. Daniel Good just come out and just done his lap, so he's back on pace. At the moment, no one can touch Larson. He's way up there. A lot of the GT3 guys have yet to, or GT4 guys have yet to pit stop. So Nunez looking good. Oh, he has not stopped as well, and the leader in that class. So that makes sense. They're all kind of staying out. Just gets out of the way of Liam Brooks there, and Liam guns it right past. Ryan Yee likes to stay out long, but he has to remember he has to do 2 pit stops. The GT4 is off track trying to get out of the way. A couple guys in the pit lane now are 2 leading cars at the moment. So P Fender comes across technically. We still have Yi out there on track, as I expected. Wolf has not pitted yet. Where is Kenneth? Kenneth's just coming around the top of the keyhole section of the track. I'm just going to call this track is like a keyhole shape. A little bit. He's got one GT4. Ryan, Peter Hutchins there pushes him wide. But everything's good there. Kind of dives to the inside to overtake the next GT3 car. Or GT4 car, sorry. Gets that move done and is back into technically third position, I believe. As somehow Wade got out of the pit lane. Can't remember if it was 2 mandatory tire stops or just 2 stops. Pretty sure 2 tires mandatory. Ryan Walker, our race leader, sitting pretty in the lead. Currently in 10th on track, but is in the lead with having completed the pit stop phase. Matt Reed there after that incident should be able to regain. Quote-unquote teammate and friend, Mike DiCherero back there in the Maserati. Oh, sorry. Squeaky voice. To the Lamborghini Maserati team. Team Italia, pretty much. Getting past him. But, yeah, Matt Reed can salvage this race. Ryan Yee in the pit lane now. And Ryan Walker. So the Ryans are quite fast at this game, if anything I've learned. Don't think he is going to be moving and getting out of the pit lane before. Nope. His car may have activated real soon here. But Ryan has a lot of catching up. There, he's coming out of the pit lanes now. So like 10, 15 seconds off to the lead car. Kent Portis gets past Ryan Yee. But Yee still has a lot of work to do. Let's go back to the GT4 class. Larson in the lead. With Nunez not too far. Larson, if he just makes one mistake, he doesn't usually, but then Nunez would be right in position to take that. Alright, Larson into the pits now. What does Nunez do? Does he come in, pit at the exact same time? Or try to go a couple more laps? Gotta remember he still has another pit stop to go. 2 pit stops, a bit more tricky than normal. Sorry about the dog barking. Larson. We got Glenn down here in the Porsche. Not doing a bad job. Not sure what his lap time's a 1:53.4. So not the worst I've seen. Pretty decent. Great job for this tricky of a track, that's for sure. It's always nice to see a rookie starting to set some good lap times there, doing a good job. I think Nunez doing a good job. I think he's got a pretty good sizable gap to any GT4 behind him. I have to pull a couple more laps though to safely pit. It's a battle for P1 in the GT4 class. It's hard to predict where everyone is in there. as it's all over the place at the moment. So I got some guys that haven't pitted yet. Got Wolf still out there. Betting he will pit with 30 minutes on the pits. He has a bit of damage on the car, so he was the, well, maybe not the culprit, but involved in that crash. All right, getting past the Porsche of Glenn there. Amador coming into the pit lane. Calvin continues on. Sorry, very delayed camera. Flores trying to battle Brooks, but they have a GT4 in between them. So much faster on the back straights that McLaren. Some GT4 traffic all amongst them, getting involved in this. Car 44 spun around again. Caution flag at the last tricky section. You'll see him coming up, hopefully out of the way. Looks like Flores just getting an absolute terrible back marker situation. Lost quite a bit of time to the car ahead of him. Liam Brooks up there. Car ahead. Clear air. No trouble. Clark and Alex were looking like they were getting pretty spicy together. Unfortunately, we had pretty good job with drivers here. 2 retirements. Hate to see it. Felix had to just pit it out. I wonder what happened. Personal problems or a connection issue. Pitch had some problems as well down here in 33rd. Gustavo Polo. And 32nd. Ooh, goes out wide there. Should at least be having fun. I mean, his position ain't the where you want to be in a race, but should at least be enjoying lapping this track. It's not a terrible one. Gustavo got home from work and popped on right away. Where's P. Hutch? P. Hutch has just been having issues with traffic, but he's doing the best of it. And he has just one more pit stop to go. In 4th position currently in class. Okay, was getting a little loose. Liam Brooks, oof, his internet connection looking scary on screen, but seems to be holding it in. Liam Brooks, this guy's a legend for what time of the hour day he's be able to race here in the afternoon. I don't know if he works the night shifts or what, but coming up to the back straight now. Take his foot down and give her. Looks like Rodman again having issues with that Ferrari. Oh, Friesen coming into the corner here. We got the Porsche. This is all good. So Glenn doing a good job navigating traffic safely here. So P Fender still out there. Lapping by himself at the moment in the lead with 12 seconds to the car behind. Not enough time, but he needs to come in and get a pit stop done. Maybe he'll be stopping this lap. I forgot to mention it's 32 degrees out here with no clouds in sight. Very hot. There's Matt coming into the pit lane now. Ryan Walker will regain his rightful throne at P1 with 30 minutes to go here. Gustavo Polo pitting in the GT4 class. Kenneth Portis up next to get up to his rightful place of P2, passing Melipich on the straight. And Ryan Yee right behind Kenneth. We're going to stick on with this battle as it should get a little spicy. As I said, Mike DiCherrero and Zach and Dustin Fletcher are all starting to battle out in the GT4 class, but Ryan Yee, Kenneth Portis here, spicy battle there in the top 5 of the championship. Oh no, you hate to see it. Ryan Yee, if it's any man that will get hit like that, it'll be him. That will be able to recover fine from it. Shitty place to be. I'm not sure which Porsche that was. Looks like Nick here. And we'll be having a look at that. Fortunate for Yee. But head down. Gotta catch back up to Kenneth. He's got 3 cars in between him. Valero and Waisha starting to get familiar. And we're having, oof. Okay, a bit of a lag there at the server as Valero starts drifting away. Valero looking, kind of just putting his nose there, telling him he's there. So Daniel Good ends up all the way up into P3. He was down in 7th or 6th, something like that. Up to P3 with his pace and pit strategy. Ryan Yee decides to yeet it into the pits and get his last stop in. After that bit of damage and heated up tires, decides to get off them. He's going to drop down almost to the last position, but everyone still has to hit a pit stop. He's coming on the pit lane now. Now he'll be maximum attack. Liam Brooks in the pit lane to do his final stop as well. So Yee now about half a lap to the leader. Have to fight his way back through traffic, GT4 traffic. On to Mike and Dustin Fletcher, who are pretty close to each other, battling that out for that position. So Larson's still 23 seconds in the lead. There's Malone pinch. Oh, so Felix was just in the pit lane there. He wasn't actually gone. Polo. There's Melon. Still has one more stop to go. The two bottom GT4s who are down a lap to the rest of them. There's Nunez having to deal with traffic. And as you can see, Christopher Larson's about to cross the finish line once again in P1, miles ahead of anyone else. Christopher Larson is just incredible driver, super consistent. Love to see it. Beardry and Ika in the pits. Ryan Yee getting past them at 14th position at the moment, 25 to go in our race around Snetterton. I want to say this is the first time ZRL has been around this track as a community. Some of us have partaken in GT4 championships and other leagues. And a few of us are just a little bit more familiar with the track after being on the game for much longer, having the DLC, whatever. Larson still has to make that final pit stop. So does most of the GT4 category. Jeffrey having a lonely race here in 7th. The McLaren. Hasn't really had to see much action at all. Our closest battle on track right now is Valero and Gueda. They come into the inner sanctums of the track. A lot of people, I think, dislike this section of the track. It's very tricky. Very tricky for extracting the maximum pace out of the car every time. It's GT4 having to get out of the way. That's helping out Mike DiCherrero. Valero not any closer to this lap. Back to Larson. Pretty lonely race other than some back markers in his own class. That's how fast this guy is going. Kenneth Portis into the pit lane. Valero to follow him. I think Valero's just following his pit strat of just seeing what Kenneth's doing and copying, which is always a good idea. Kenneth is very aware of what to do when it comes to pit stops. Daniel Good battling with Liam Brooks. They're not on the same lap or position, but fighting each other nonetheless a little bit. Ryan Walker, see if he decides to pit. Crucero Tony is in the pit lane, as those other two guys we mentioned before should be heading out. Kenneth Portis leaving at the moment. Where's Ryan Walker? Is way over here. So if Ryan were to pit this lap, I think Kenneth could get past him. So I think these Honda boys have made this very smart decision. Ryan Yee up into 13th already. Kemp in front of him. That gap is closing quite rapidly. Hope you've been enjoying the craziness that is this track. If you have, hit that like button if you're watching right now. As well as check out those links in the description. If you're looking for sim gear, if you're looking to connect and race, you can find our Discord there. Come on in and chat. See what we're all about. And consider joining one of the series. We have a GT3 M4 BMW M4 championship on Friday nights at the moment. Only 2 more rounds in that though. Not as big of a turnout as we were hoping. So Yee gets that move done around Kemp. Moves up to 11th. So Yee, Ryan Walker's still out there. Yee at the moment has to know what, nothing to worry about, just to catch up to Kenneth Portis. This battle should happen again here. We were looking for it earlier, but Yee gets a bit too pushy with the Porsche. Ends up back behind, but he's caught right back up to Kenneth here after the pit stop window. The inside line and does the move. At this point, Kenneth is just running fast as he can to escape. Meow. Right there, coming into the very ever going corner. Kenneth holding that position well so far. You going out real wide. Wonder if that's a track warning or not out there. Kenneth gets past Daniel Good, I believe. Yeah, just barely. So does Yee, so they move up a couple positions here. It's quite exciting to me how Ryan Walker, I think, knows exactly how big of a gap he needs to get to be able to make his pit stop work without losing the lead of the race. As a commentator, I should know that, but I don't really know. It seems so close to call here. Ryan is quite fast and looks like he's done it already. But Kenneth is going to put his head down. At this point, Kenneth isn't really too worried about winning the race, but more is keeping that position from Yee. But for me to get a better finishing position, it would be to let Yee through and follow him. But it's always fun to prove each other wrong. And that can actually extract the pace and consistency to stay ahead of Yee. Matthew Reed looking to make a move on his teammate, P-Fender. Let's see, I think the Audi is a bit faster than the Lambo. There's Larson, our GT4 leader, in between the two at the moment. Calvin Wolf into the pit lane at the moment, dropping down positions. Until Matt Reed gets past. Looking like Matt's gonna get past Wolf, who's in the pit lane at the moment. Larson into the pit lane now, our leader for the GT4 class. Coming in, cars to follow him. Comes into the stall. Peter Hutch saw that, decided to get ahead of him. But I think Hutch has had some issues here. Stop go 30, no way. It's a race to forget for Hutch. Speeding into the pit lane. Things just went from bad to worse for Hutch. He's going to be cursing himself big time for that. 15 minutes to go in the race. Larson, sizable lead over anyone. All right, Ryan Walker in the pit lane and getting out far ahead of anyone. It was close. I mean, he's still going kind of slow, but they're still too far back now that he's got back on track and can get up to full speed. Justin Friesen in the pit lane now for his final pit stop. All over the rear bumper of Portis. Portis, did he lock up there for a sec? I'm not sure if that was a visual glitch or if he did lock up. That's giving Yi an opportunity. Yi on maximum attack at the moment. He would love to get past and start gaining ground on the leader Walker. But kind of then Yi end up on the podium. Well done. Which looks like that's going to happen. But Ryan Walker's driving away with the championship at the moment. It looks like Gustavo Polo and Mike were... Oh, Hutch battling it out. You get confused with these gaps that you can see. Matt Reed 11th, just behind his teammate. So he never forced a move there on P-Fender. Whoa, Yi, that was so much faster at that corner, but almost spilt it. Went off track. Almost crashed. Must have the same colored mirrors on those two cars. Kind of went for the same color scheme. At least in this lighting, it looks the same. So Yi still not able to get past. Yeah, Rodman with Kemp right behind him. The Kemp dives to the inside there. The GT4 is helping in a way, get in the way. Come up to the corner here. Down the back straight. And Rodman should have plenty of speed to get past those two. Kemp, spicy moves past the GT4s. I think Polo and Hutch on the same lap here. Fighting for position. Yes, they are, I believe. So the two Chevy GT4s doing it out. Polo's got the inside line here into the last corner. That thing looks speedy from this angle. And Polo's still holding that position. So we've got little battles everywhere. Jeffries at his final stop. Yep. Just kind of starting to take off down here. Fletcher and Felix Acker. Whoa, Felix getting a little loose there. Felix getting a better exit in the Porsche. Drag racing down. The Aston Martin has a bit more power grunt to it with the V8 engine. Side by side. Felix is just so much more confident in that corner. Zooms on right past. And that's very nice delivery. So then he's on the hunt down Clark. 26 car. And it looks like he might be able to do it here. Possibly. Is it Kemp and Rodman back at it, side by side battling again? Just under 9 minutes to go here. I believe everyone on track has taken their pit stops. So that's a straight fight to the end. Coming up to traffic now is Yi and Kenneth. They're gonna... this is just crazy defending and trying to attack through the traffic. So we missed out on Hutch getting the move done by his Polo. Whoa, Yi is right there on the rear bumper, almost touching. Doesn't happen. Cam Rodman, they're right there too. So we got two sets of guys super close to another. Yi getting a great exit, but almost too fast and losing the rear a little bit. Good and Friesen are starting to get into a battle as well. So we got battles all up and down the field here. And there's Mike. Try not to disrupt the battle too badly. Ah, we missed it. Rodman got past Kemp in that last lap. Calvin Wolf is looking for the back of Yi. Or the back of Reed, sorry. Too many names. Getting tired. Alright, Yi was trying to set up that move, but Kenneth positioning the car perfectly. We got Good right behind them. Freezing. Yi looking the outside. Side by side, almost a touch. Even closer than last lap. Kenneth doing a great job to defend that. Probably the closest he's got. Great speed out there for Yi though. In this corner, let's see. This carries not as much as last time. Kenneth gets the better exit. Carries that speed down. Back straight under the tunnel they go. avoiding that massive sausage curb at all costs. In the GT3 cars for sure, too low to the ground, too much downforce. Kenneth doing a good job with his defending. These three guys battling out as well. And we lose no, Brooks is still in 16th position. So P Fender still keeping that. Ported doing a good job. Still. Little train of cars here, and Matt's got to defend Calvin. Four minutes to go. He's just stuck in some GT4 traffic. Ooh, Yee getting a little wide. Yee's been trying to catch Kenneth this whole time, but now he's going to have to start thinking about the guys behind. Little mistakes here and there happening. The guys behind are waiting to jump on that. So Matt now pressuring his teammate, P Fender ahead, to get past them so he can start pulling away from Wolf, who's right there licking his chops, ready to go. Getting to the top 10. Wolf on the inside. Reed sticks it a little bit wider, carries that speed and covers that off. 210 car. Floors in the pit lane. Last place in the GT3 category today. Matt Reed survives another lap with Calvin right behind him. Who's going to get a better exit out of here? Wolf going super wide. Tried to get the power down, but I don't think it worked in his favor. Ryan Yee was right there.
Pit window is now closed.
Alright, pit window's closed. All drivers have done their mandatory stops. Ooh, Yee, that was a bit scary of a way of taking that corner. So Alex now getting out of the way as all of these top running GT3s are coming. Yeah, Daniel Good's getting involved now too. Oh, Kenneth could lose the position now. Ryan Yee just forced him right out of the way and kind of losing more positions than he deserved there. Yee, man, you just, with 150 to go, forced his way through there. And now Daniel Good takes over. The need for speed and overall position killed Yee's race here, with Good just going to be able to pull away. And it's not likely that we will not be rewarding Yee with a good penalty for that one, as I just don't see what was happening there or what Kenneth could have done better. P. Fender still defending from his teammate there, Matt. And Calvin Wolf's probably quite frustrated with the blue flag cars for not letting him. One more lap here to go. So he actually let Portis back through. Portis, it's all on you to get this move done on Kyle. I don't know if it's likely. Whoa, Kenneth went real wide there. With Yi and a bit side by side coming into this corner. The Porsche just giving Portis the breathing room he needs. Commonwealth will be pushing hard here. Matt makes a little mistake, looked like. Our race winner here tonight, Ryan Walker again with the amazing 13-second lead to Good, his teammate. Good coming across the line now too. Freezing in P3 with kind of Portis right behind him. Is going to be a photo finish at the line. Oh, it's a close one. But Kyle gets it done. Ryan Yi, 5th at the moment currently. Valero 6th. Guacia 7th. Amador 8th. Ike 9th. Matt Reed gets past his teammate P. Fender. Up into 10th, but Calvin Wolf is right on his butt. Ready to cross the line. Looks like Matt will hold on to it. P. Fender 12th. Tony Casero 13th. Justin Friesen 14th. Liam Brooks after an incident 15th. Burgi 16th. Rodman 17th. Kemp 18th. Nick Debuton 18th. Glenn 19th. And that is our GT4 or GT3 category, with Christopher Loris coming in last of having to retire, I think. Christopher Larson crossing the line, P1 in the GT4 class. Nunez 2, Flores 3rd, Jeremy 4th, Felix 5th, Alex 6th, Clark 7th, Zach 8th, Dustin Fletcher 9th, Peter Hutchins is terrible, unfortunate 10th, Mike Dushera 11th, Melon Pitch 12th, Gustavo Polo 13. That is our race here tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed Snetterton. It was an interesting track with the double pit stops and everything that was involved. Hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, and check out all the links below. But we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned.